Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well. I just have a couple of announcements, but like always, this is JJ. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday or whenever you are watching this video. I do like to remind everyone that all my videos, all my readings are timeless. So whenever you do come across this video, this is when you were meant to hear this message. If you're on my Patreon, you know exactly what I'm about to say. If you are not on my Patreon, then this is new news for you guys. So I am only going to be uploading once a week. If it's possible, probably two a week. I am going to try to do it every Wednesday, but I I feel like I have to, like I said on Patreon, I am so grateful for the community and the family that I have created here on YouTube. And I'm not saying goodbye. That's not where I'm going with this. But I am being called to, you know, set a schedule and focus on other things right now. So I like to be transparent with you guys just because, again, it's respect for you guys and respect for myself. And it's just, I try to always be transparent as much as I can. Of course, like I said on Patreon, there's certain things that I do keep to myself, especially personal things like family and things like that. But I'm being completely transparent here. I'm going to be uploading once a week, and that is just because I also need to balance out my energy, and I also want to be able to give the messages with my energy being like fully there and not overextending myself. And I'm putting myself first. Because I have caught myself, seeing YouTube as a job. And that's the first thing I told myself when I started my YouTube channel, that I didn't want it to be a job, because that's not how I started my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel because I was so inspired and so passionate about it, and it was something creative for me. And along the journey, it had turned into a job, and it had turned into one of those things where I was like, oh my God, I need to upload. And so I caught myself, and I'm taking a step back. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna upload once a week, and if I can, 2 times a week. But again, I am doing it based on my energy levels, because you guys deserve the best version of JJ. You guys deserve me at my best energy, and that is what I'm doing. So I hope that you guys, understand. And like always, all my information is in the description box below. I do have new services as well that was mentioned on Patreon. I am rebranding as well. So, I have to honor my energy all around. But the new services are up on Insta. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, you guys should. When I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Instagram. But thank you to all of you who are on Patreon as well. I am continuing to post on Patreon too, you guys. But just, honoring my energy all around. And let's get on with the reading. So this reading was inspired by the eclipses that just hit my natal chart at the beginning of the year. So the eclipses are on the axis of my 4th and my 10th house. So a lot of things have been going on in regards to my home life. Again, all of these conversations happen usually on Patreon, but there's a lot of things that have been going on in my home, in my personal life. And so, I started to ask myself, I was like, I am a firm believer that we pick, or our children pick us. I absolutely believe that. I believe that our children decide the age that they want their parent to be, what personality, what traits, because they feel like that particular person or that particular soul can teach them a particular lesson. And so this is what this pick a card is going to be about. This pick a card is going to be, why did your kids pick you as a parent? What are you teaching your kids? Or what is the lesson that they intend to learn with you as their parent? So again, remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Something doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. Just let it go. Que se deslice. So I will see you guys in your selected pile. Hello, pile number one. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I do want to remind every single pile, because I forgot to put it on the intro or say it on the intro, is I do have 2 more spots for my Reiki class level 1. If you guys are interested, that will be in the description box below. But I also want to tell you guys that next week I will be uploading another reading that goes hand in hand with this one over on Patreon. And that was going to be, why did you decide to be a parent? Why did you decide, what were you meant to learn in your role as a parent? Yes, this is why your kids picked you, but also we want to look at the other side of the quarter, right? We want to look at, why did you decide to become a parent? Because let me tell you, being a parent is not easy. For those of you who are parents, you guys know. You guys know what it involves, right? So let's see, pile number 1. I will also be pulling this deck, the Evolution of the Soul, okay, to go along with this pile. My cat's hair is everywhere. So let's see. These are kind of chunky, so kind of have your coffee, your orange juice, or your water, or just relax, because these might, I don't know, sometimes they're very clear and to the point, and sometimes they're a little bit longer. Awakening. Okay. The Muse of Material. Interesting. Strength. Time to decide. Judgment. Forgiveness. Understanding. Spiritually waking them up. Okay. Why did your kids pick you as a parent? First of all, they feel like you're an old soul with that awakening card there. They feel like you're an old soul. They feel like you're someone who is very forgiving. They feel like you're someone who has a good head over their shoulders, for lack of a better term. They feel like you're someone who does make really good judgment calls. And that's why they picked you. They picked you because they feel like they can grow with you. They feel like they can reach the next level of their soul with you. Ooh, let's take that in. That is powerful. I feel like pile number 1, you and your kids might have really strong connection, like a really strong connection. If you have other children, there might be a particular child that you have like this strong bond with, to the point where it's telepathic. And it's because your child picked you because they feel like you are that portal that can take their soul to the next level. So when they reincarnate in the next lifetime, they can learn different lessons. Okay, I feel like they're wrapping up a big lesson here that they failed to do so in previous lifetimes. But with you, I feel like they feel like you are my coach. You are my person that can get me there. Because your child feels like you're someone who's very stable. You might own your own business with the Muse of Material, the King of Pentacles here. You might be someone who is very secure in yourself, in your stability, in your finances. Okay, you provide this security, this foundation. But again, see how this woman is crossing this bridge? Your child feels like you can take them there. You can take them through this portal. You can take them through this threshold. And the King of Pentacles is the last character, or the last card even, in the suit of Pentacles. So again, it's reiterating that message of like your child has picked you because they feel like you are that person that can take them there. And I feel like they also feel that they can learn from you to establish stability within themselves, but also in their career. Your children might be already grown, or they might be in this stage where they're seniors in high school, okay, or they are in college, they are in the university, and they're like, we're trying to figure things out, because you are a bridge to your child, and they feel like you are that bridge. They feel like, again, you're very good at making decisions. You're someone who listens to your inner voice. You're someone who listens to spirit, who follows the signs. You might be someone who is very heart chakra oriented, okay, also throat chakra oriented. And so they feel like you can really help them. Your child might be really good at math for some of you. Again, and it's the illusion of a portal. There's something here. It's like you are here to help them make the decisions that can help them elevate their soul. That is beautiful. They see you as someone who has a lot of strength. A lot of strength. And I feel like they admire you for that. But they feel like they can learn from you and take a little bit of that strength with them as well when they have to go out into the world and take charge and make these decisions. You're an amazing role model for your children, by the way, pile number 1. You know, children have this habit, and I'm going to get emotional. Children have this habit of like pretending that they don't hear you. But there was something that, and I know I always bring my brother up for this, my young brother. Because I remember my young brother doesn't do any like, you know, substances or anything like this. He went through his whole high school, you know, up to this day that does not use substances. And I remember one time I asked him, because my brother was a rebel when he was young. So was I, but my brother was a rebel. And I was so admired by the fact that he never gave into temptation in that sense. And I remember one time I asked him, I was like, hey, Goy, because we call him Goy. That's the nickname that we have for him. I was like, hey, Goy, you know, you never got tempted? And he's like, I always did, JJ. I got tempted and people always offered. But there was always that voice in my head of my mom replaying, telling me, you know, if you taste it, there's a risk that you can get hooked on it. Think about it. So if you ever feel like your kids don't pay attention, they do. They really do. You know, because kids have a habit of making you feel like, you know, what you say goes in one ear and goes out the other. But they actually take in a lot more than you think. Okay? Just, you know, just putting it out there for someone. And before I get more emotional, we have sensuality. I feel like someone just watched, what movie is this? Oh, shoot. Hold up. I'm getting this movie of 2 best friends, and one of them is getting married, or they're both getting married. Bride something. Oh, man. It's not Bride Ward. No, it's not that. What the hell am I talking about? Hold on, guys, because I know I'm going to get... It's not Bridemaids. Oh, you guys, I lost it. I completely lost it, and I'm not even gonna, or else I'm gonna be here the whole reading. It's with Anne Hathaway. Bride Wars. I'm getting that movie, so I don't know if you just watched that movie. Okay, sensuality. For some of you, also, for some of you, you had your child, by the way. This is coming up, and I know I'm going to elaborate more on Patreon for this, but for some of you, I don't know, I feel like you might have became pregnant, like in a one-night stand thing or something. It wasn't planned. It was not planned, okay? Or it could have been under different circumstances that YouTube does not allow me to say. But, yeah. But I feel like you're also helping your child feels like you can help them express their creative side, right? With sensuality. Because sex and spirituality is very much associated, or in spirituality is very much associated with creativity. Wow. Yeah. Like I said, there's something here. You're helping your child break a cycle here, something that they're meant to release, but I feel like they've tried it with different souls, with different parents and different timelines or different lifetimes, but I don't know, they weren't able to, and they feel like you are that person. Because I feel like you can be because let me tell you something, you have a strong character. Like, you are definitely, I mean, the King of Pentacles, the Awakening, the Judgment card, and the Strength card, I feel like you're a badass. Regardless of gender, I feel like you're a badass. And I feel like they feel like you are very balanced in your masculine and feminine energies. You're very much connected to God or to whoever your spiritual team is, however you call your higher power. Again, they feel like you can help them reach this goal that they have. They haven't been able to reach it at a soul level, but they feel like you can be that bridge. You can be that vehicle that helps them transcend and move forward. Wow. I feel like we have your independence based on learning to go at it alone. I feel like you might be the parent that, you don't do things for your child. You might be the parent that you're like, try to figure it out. Fall on your ass for a little bit. It's okay, but try to figure it out. And then when they really need it, then you step in. It's like you give your kids these, like, what are they called? And we were just talking about this yesterday. Like survival skills, you might be very well off financially, but you don't make it easy for your kids. I feel like you really don't. You teach them to really be independent, to learn to go at things alone. Maybe because you have a lot of responsibilities. The King of Pentacles has a lot of responsibilities. He manages a lot of things. And that's why they feel that with you, they can reach this next level, because at the same time, even though you do provide stability for them, it's like they still have to go at certain things alone. They still have to, and yes, it does bring this feeling of aloneness, but at the same time, this is what their soul needs. So if you ever feel like pile number one, like, oh my God, I leave my kids alone, or, I wish I can be there more, but I really can't because I have other things. At a soul level, you're fulfilling the purpose that your child came here to fulfill with you. Hermit, yeah. Learning to be okay with being alone. Because it's through that aloneness, it's through that time of them, being in hermit. This is when their creativity sparks. This is where they're able to connect the dots and reflect and start thinking for themselves and start imagining like different things. Like I said, your child has been here before. And so have you. And that's the reason why they picked you, because you're an old soul. And they're like, if anybody can get me there, it's this parent. It's you, pile number one. Yeah, you push them out of their comfort zone. You might see that you do push your child a lot. You might be like the parent that's like, hey, have you tried this? Come on, let's socialize a little bit more. Let's join this club, or let's join this team, or, you really push your kids out there. And you do have a very telepathic bond with your child. For some of you, this is specifically a daughter. It doesn't have to be, though. For some of you, it is a masculine energy, a son. But yes, I feel like you teach your children to count their blessings, to be grateful. You bring this awareness to them about, it's not just, it's like you're I don't know the word, but you bring a lot of awareness to your child. I don't even know if you are aware of how much awareness you bring to your child. And that is the reason why your child picked you as a parent. Because I feel like you are a very wholesome, I think that's the word, a very wholesome person. And your child sees that. Maybe they do see that you had to go alone at a lot of things. Maybe they also see that, you know what? My mom or my dad had to do things on their own. Maybe they can see that you have transpired the feeling of feeling like an orphan in your own upbringing in some way. Like you didn't have a helping arm or a helping hand, because my arm just got itchy. So, or they see that you've established something, your stability, like by you going at it alone or doing things alone. And again, it's like this mirroring. They see a lot And you inspire them. You motivate them a lot. We have Libra energy. Look at that. You might be a Libra. Your child might be a Libra. But again, the reason why they chose you is because you're someone who's very harmonious. But at the same time, you're very, me as a Libra, I can tell you this. We can be very close. But at the same time, we're very similar to, I think all air signs are like this, where we can be very close, but then we can also detach. And we can be a little aloof sometimes. And so I feel like that's something that you're teaching your child as well, or they see that about you, of like, you can be very loving, but at the same time, it's like, oh, but you're also very detached. Like, you're doing your own thing, and you're teaching your child the same thing. Yeah, you help them become very social aware of how relationships or how others work as well. Again, there's something with art. Your child might be very artistic, but you help them learn the meaning of what balance truly is and working with others. Again, with the judgmental, the indecisiveness, you're helping your child make decisions. They pay special attention to the way you make decisions. And they like the way you make decisions. They learn that from you. I feel like you're someone who takes off the rose-colored glasses. And you might teach your child that. You might be like, hey, you know what? You don't want to make decisions based on those rose-colored glasses. You got to be realistic, right? Like the King of Pentacles. We got to be realistic. Judgment card. So like, we got to call it what it is. Yes, look at that. I feel like there's a beautiful balance that your child loves about you, and that's why they chose you, is because you might have Saturn in Libra, which is beautiful. Saturn is exalted in Libra. Again, you have this beautiful energy of like, you're very disciplined. And it can be, again, you know where to be disciplined. And your child loves seeing that. That's why they picked you. Because they feel like you can bring structure to their passions. You can bring structure to their life. Like, you're a beautiful container for them to grow and evolve and just be themselves. But at the same time, you're there when they need that reality check. But you don't limit them in any way. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like you're someone who's very self-controlled too. Yeah, you're a beautiful container. And you motivate them to go after their ambitions and to go after their ideas and to speak up, to communicate with you, to say what they want to say without being judgmental towards them, right? But it's not that you're being their friend. It's that you're also allowing them and holding space for them. But if you need to check them, you will check them, is what I'm hearing here. And your last card is freedom. What did I just say? Yes, there's this beautiful energy of like, you allow them to be who they are. You allow them to be who they are. Like, you correct them. You'll be that parent that kind of stands on the side and be like, I'll allow this kid, explore what they want to do. But if they're getting off path, I will, call their attention and be like, hey, you're getting off path. Are you sure? Think about it. What are you doing? And then let them, like I said, you'll let them fall. It's okay. That's how we learn. You have that mentality. So let's see. That's why they picked you. It's very beautiful. They feel like they can be themselves. And again, it's like they can move to the next level at a soul level here. But let's look at a soul level. Last cards. Yeah. You're helping them clear a lot of things from their ancestors. A lot of pain, a lot of trauma. A lot of imprints that they have gathered like tattoos throughout their lifetimes, so that they can heal this and move forward to a different lesson. It's like you're the threshold, if you will. Yeah, in order for them to get fully aligned to their purpose. I feel like you're here to help them align. That's why they picked you. Because they also feel like you are someone who's very spiritual. You're very connected to your ancestors, to your spiritual team. You're here. They feel like you are the one that's going to help them, to help get their needs met at a soul level. Yeah, so that they can move on to an easier road. I feel like your child, they haven't, there's certain things that, again, it has remained unconscious to them, and they're ready to let that go in order for them to flow in their next lifetime and to step into their good karma, if you will, in some way. And karma is not good or bad, you guys. And so I feel like they feel like they can have and grow and break these patterns and these cycles with you and still live a very comfortable life. But that is what I have for you guys. Take care of yourself. I hope that you learned something new. I hope that, it inspired you, that it motivated you in some way. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Let's see why your child chose you as a parent. But before I do that, I am going to mention that I only have 2 more spots available for the Reiki level 1 if you're interested. Everything will be in the description box below. I forgot to mention it in the intro. What else? Oh, yes. For Patreon, I will be doing the other side of the quarter to this video, and that is, why did you decide to be a parent? What are you learning in that role of you being a parent? That's going to be over on Patreon. And what are you learning there? But this pick a card here is all about, why did your kids pick you as a parent? This is kind of chunky, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, your wine. For some of you, this is a baby that's about to be born. For some of you, you're pregnant, or you just found out, or you're about to have the baby. There's something about the baby just being born. For others of you, this is a new soul. Okay, this is the first time in Earth. This is their first time here on Earth. On Earth. Okay, hold on. For some of you, your child is meant to do great things, and they feel like you are the parent. This baby's coming in strong, and I feel like it's because they are in spirit for some of you, not for all of you. Your child is meant to do great things. For some of you, you might not even have a child just yet, and you might not even be pregnant yet, or you might be a wanting to be a father, and you're like, will I have children? Will I be a parent? Yes, you will. I feel like the spirit baby's coming through saying, you will be a parent in this lifetime. I feel like, okay, for others of you, those of you who, again, this could be a child that is already born, but they might be young. Regardless, your child picked you because this is their first incarnation on Earth, and they have trouble speaking up. My throat. They have trouble speaking up. For some of you, maybe your child had like a speech delay, or maybe they had speech therapy, or maybe they're on speech therapy, or they see a speech pathologist. Or maybe some of you were drawn to studying communication, speech and language pathology. Whoa, yeah. Okay. For others of you, your child feels like you can show them, because I feel like you are yourself, you've been around the block here on Earth. I feel like you're here to help them evolve in the 3D Earth. They keep saying Earth. Your child might be an Earth angel, and they feel like you can be the best parent for them. But I'm also getting like, they feel like you can help them understand what is socially acceptable on Earth. That sounded sophisticated. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's see. Your child, you might also be parent that you always thought your child was like an indigo child, or a rainbow child, or crystal child. I don't know very much the terms, but again, you feel like your child was very different, like. And the reason for it is because this is their first incarnation here on Earth. Yes, look at that 9 of Wands. It's like they feel like you are someone who has been through a lot. Maybe you're someone who stands out from the crowd. Maybe you're someone who's very different. Oof. For some of you, you have an Aquarius child, either in their sun, moon, or rising. Let me get comfortable in my chair here, because this is about to get juicy. I can feel it. I feel like your child, has a hard time fitting in society for one reason or the other. They feel like it's like they have a desire to belong to a community, but at the same time, they have a hard time doing it. Okay? Or people feel like they're very different. There's something with that. Like your child might have difficulties making friends or connecting with others. So it's like, they have this strong desire to belong, but you're here to teach them that it's okay, that they don't always need to belong, because belonging doesn't always mean a good thing. Because there's certain people that, they dim themselves or they belittle themselves to belong or to be part of a group. And that's why your child picked you, because they see that you are someone who has been through a lot. You've been through the ringer. The Nine of Wands is someone who's running at the end of this race by themselves. So, I feel like you're someone that your child can look up to. That it's okay sometimes to stand on your own. That you can be strong and powerful if that means that you're standing by yourself. Four of Pentacles. This is about holding on, right? The Four of Pentacles. It's about holding on. It's about, yes, savings, but it's also a little bit of greed. Holding tightly to something. And with the wands being next to it, this is telling me at a soul level. I associate wands with the soul. Creative expression. Yeah. They feel like, and I feel like this is a feeling they've been carrying for quite a while. And I feel like because your child is new, or their soul is like new to earth, it's like they really want to belong. They really like, they're so excited to be here on earth is kind of the energy that I'm getting with them. And I feel like the reason why they picked you is because they know at a soul level that you are the parent that can teach them that their soul is royalty, that they don't need to belong, that standing out and being different is really, really good. I don't know why I'm getting Lady Gaga energy here. So I don't know if you like give this example to your child all the time. You're like Lady Gaga, Queen, Prince. Who else am I getting here? Like you tell them like it's okay to be different, that being extraordinary is, sorry with the ambulance, but it's like, this is a big lesson that your child is learning. Your child knows, and they picked you as a parent because they feel like you can help them step into their own personal power. And that is by accepting the fact that they are different. And that in itself is extraordinary. Because I feel like your child is very creative. Your child is someone who, again, I feel like you're reminding your child, and your child picked you because they know that with you, they will learn that they hold the paintbrush to this canvas and that the possibilities are endless for them. Energy healing. I feel like you do bring a lot of healing to them on an energetic level. I feel like your child might even have energy healing abilities as well. Identity, yes. There's something about your child that I feel like they hide who they are, or like they're having trouble. I feel like, okay, this is for some of you, depending what age your child is in. But I'm getting this energy of like either your child has trouble finding their own identity because they try to identify with other things that are not them. Because again, it's like they want to fit in. They want to fit in, or they tend to get on, bandwagons. That's what they're called, right? Like on trends and things like this. And they get lost in that. And I feel like you're here to, the reason why they picked you is because I feel like you're going to mirror that or remind them like, hey, no, you need to have your own identity. You know, you need to be okay with who you are. You're teaching your child that it's okay to be different. That keeps coming up. Yes, to help them cut the cords with certain things that do not belong or that are not authentic to them. That in order for them to step into their own personal power and live their purpose, because your child is meant to be a leader and they feel like you can be the person that can help them be that leader. But in order for them to be a leader, it's like they have to know who they are. They have to know their identity. And I'm not talking about their name and their date of birth, sorry, I'm trying, at a soul level, like, who are they? And being okay with cutting cords and not holding on to things that are not part of who they are just to belong or just to not be alone. Yes, your child picked you because they feel like you are the perfect guide for them. That is beautiful. Because they feel like you can help them gain spiritual insight to who they are and what is good for them and what is not. Yes, because they hide. Look at this. There's a lot of hiding here. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Like I said, I feel like your child might be someone who is very passionate about certain things. They like to advocate, or you can see that they get very passionate about like injustices and things like this. And so you're like, okay, well, we can do it, or we can channel this in a different way. I feel like your child might rebel a lot too. That's another thing that's coming up. But again, it's like they tend to hide. See how she's wearing like a masquerade, and so is he, like a little cover in his eyes. Kuan Yin. Yeah. I feel like you're helping them release judgments about themselves and about who they are. Because I feel like there's this like heavy energy about not wanting to show their real selves. Maybe because by being themselves, they weren't accepted, or maybe they were called weird or something like this. Imagine solutions. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like your child might have a lot of pent up like energy or anger or just desire to help the world. Because like I said, especially for those who are earth angels, but I feel like you're helping them channel this in creative expression, in some type of creative outlet. Instead of holding on to it and just being there, you're helping them find creative solutions to express these injustices in some way. And this could be because your child might be an attorney, because your child might be an advocate for something, or be a guide for the collective. And they feel like you are the person that's going to do that and help them. Complexity. Sorry. Complexity. We have here irritates, puzzles, mystifies. So your child might have a lot of like emotions. Might have moon in Scorpio or something like this. And I feel like there's something very unique with the little UFO here. Your child might like UFOs or alien themes. Your child is very curious. They might love school. But I feel like they have a little bit of everything. And it's like, how do I put these pieces together? Because I feel like your child feels like they missed the mark sometimes. But again, it's because I feel like they're learning to be human in this. What is the phrase? They're learning to be human. Is what I'm getting here. Okay, again, because I feel like this is their first incarnation here. So it's a little bit difficult to put the pieces together. And they feel like you are the person that's going to help them do that. Because they do have a mission. I feel like they do. And I feel like they require translation. And they feel like you are that person that can translate for them this human, mundane rules or like existence. Yes. What did I say? I feel like your child is an Aquarius or has like strong Uranus placement. Okay. Like they have these breakthroughs. They're very smart. They have this like genius ideas. And sometimes you look at them and you're like, wait, how'd you come up with that? Like, what? I wouldn't be surprised if your kid is like the next Tesla or the next person who invents something really big, either in the healing, science, technology field. They're here to awaken the collective in some way. And they feel like, because they're very edgy. They're very edgy, they're very humanitarian, and they're very passionate about that. But I feel like you are the person that's going to help them kind of like channel that that energy, because it might come off as like anger, but it's just a lot of energy because they're passionate about what they're here to do. And they're very different. And you're going to help them also. They feel like you're the person that's going to help them embrace the diversity that comes with an identity, you know? There's some type of reform or something like this. They feel like you're the person that can give them that insight. Very interesting. Yes. Fire spirit. Like I said, your child might have a lot of fire and air. Aquarius here. They have strong emotions. Really strong emotions. Your child has strong emotions. They're like very like a rebel. It might seem like a rebel without a cause, but I feel like they have hope, and the reason why they picked you is because they want to be a rebel with a cause, and you can kind of help them mold and figure out what that cause is. But that is what I have for you guys. Oh no, before I go, I am going to pull some cards here. Let's see. At a soul level, why did their child pick them as a parent? Yes, because you're very caring, you're very loving, you're very understanding, and they feel like you can motivate them, you can shape them. And again, your child has a strong desire to love and be loved, but I feel like they have some difficulties fitting in, okay? Yes, when it comes to collaborating with others, it's like you're helping them see that there's certain people that, you know, are real and authentic, and you're kind of helping them learn these, differentiate between people that are real friends and people that are not, okay? But you're also helping them see different viewpoints as well, be more understanding, be more compassionate, let go of judgments towards others as well. Yeah, and like I said, your child has this warrior energy. I don't know if they're strong Aries here, strong Mars placements, but they are relentless. They have a lot of energy. When they decide to do something, there is no stopping them. And that's why they chose you, because they feel like you can manage this quite well. You can help them kind of direct this energy. And I feel like they do have a lot of internal battles about, like, especially when it comes to their own identity and wanting to be loved. And I feel like they feel like you're going to help them with that. But that is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this inspired you, motivated you in some way. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see why your child chose you as a parent in this lifetime. So just a few announcements. I forgot to mention them at the intro. I only have 2 more spots for the Reiki class level 1. If you are interested, it will be in the description box below. I also forgot to mention that there will be a part 2 to this reading over on Patreon that will be uploaded next week. I upload every Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those 2 days, and it will be the other side of the quarter, because right now we're looking at why did your kid pick you as a parent, but over there on Patreon we're going to see why did you decide to be a parent. And this can also be for those of you who are not parents yet, but you want to become parents in the future. So let's have a look and let's see. This is a very chunky pile readings. They have been a little lengthy. So, take a cup of coffee, enjoy, relax. Sorry, I'm already channeling. That's why I'm like, wait. Okay, so for some of you, okay, hold up. I'm getting a contract being burned. For some of you, your child picked you because they feel like you are the person, you are the guy that is going to help them release a contract, let go of something. Now, this could be a contract with another person, or this could be a contract that is just not serving them anymore, that they've been repeating in previous lifetimes. But they feel like you are the parent, you are the person, you are the soul that can help them burn or break this contract that is not serving their growth anymore. You are the person, you are the soul that's going to help your child. That's why they picked you. Alter their blueprint by releasing this contract. That is okay. That was quite specific. 8 of materials. Look at that. 8 of pentacles. This is something they've been working on. This is something, because 8 of pentacles is about putting, yes, long hours into something. A hobby, a business, a skill. This is you perfecting something. This is mastering something, the 8 of pentacles. They're mastering something. They feel like they can master a lesson. They can master something in order for them to fully let it go. Wow. Okay. The Emperor. In order for them to become, I feel like there's a big lesson here around masculine energy that you're helping your child you're helping your child. Well, I can't speak. Hold up. This usually happens when I channel so fast. You're helping your child master a lesson around their masculine energy. That's what it is. Thank you. You're on the right path. Teaching. You are your son's or daughter's teacher. Again, they're mastering something, and they feel like you are the teacher that's going to help them master this. Your child might be someone who gets caught up a lot in their mind. They might overthink things. They might be the child that feels like things need to be perfect before they can move forward with something. I'm also getting you're leading by example. You have mastered something in this lifetime, and they're watching you. They're observing you. For some of you, your child, regardless of gender, has a lot of masculine energy. For others of you, your child might have a lot of feminine energy, and they might have trouble expressing their masculine side. So it can go either way. They might love the color blue. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of blue. They might like old or antique things. I feel like your child is meant to create something. There's an empire your child is meant to create in this lifetime, and they feel like you are the parent that can help them create that. But they cannot create this empire, or they cannot continue building on something with their legacy until they master something. And they feel like you are that person that can help them master. What are they mastering? Hard work. And that is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, you're building something. You're perfecting something. You're crossing your eyes. You're dotting. You're crossing your eyes. Whoa. You're crossing your T's, dotting your I's. It's like you're helping your child pay attention to detail. They feel like you're the one that's going to help them unlock their potential. You're teaching your child that things in life don't come easy. That if you want something, you have to work at it. You have to commit to it. You're teaching your child the value of hard work. Now, that doesn't mean burning the candle at both ends. That's not what we're doing here. But you're teaching them, like, good things take time. That if you want to be an emperor, that means there's a lot of responsibilities that come with that. And you're helping them master that, because I feel like your child is meant to be this emperor energy. Also, they feel like you can help them, guide them to the right path. you're also teaching them that sometimes when you get setbacks and you have to work a little bit harder and you have to put in that elbow grease, that doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. You're just mastering something. Your child might love tattoos. They might have like a sleeve full of tattoos. For some of you, those of you who your child is an adult, I feel like your child feels like you're an amazing teacher. For some of you, you might be literally teachers. Okay, you might teach. It could be in the, in the school sense, academic sense, or it can just be like you guide others, or just metaphorically, you are guiding your child. You might have several children as well for some of you. But you really inspire your child to learn. You have this way of like really teaching your children. That is beautiful. I feel like you have like this very gentle, but at the same time, like very gentle giant type of energy here. Look at that. That is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like your child still has inner child wounds. That's why the children here too. That I feel like they haven't been able to master. They haven't been able to fully grasp the lesson. It's like somehow, I don't know if you have told your child, it's like you're a teenager. I don't know, like, especially if they're grown. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like someone saying, you never outgrew your teenage. It's like you're a teenager. Like I don't know, I'm hearing like grow up or something like that. Because I feel like your child is very ambitious. I feel like your child is very innovative. But it's like there's certain things that are limiting your child at a soul level, that it's like they're here, they picked you because they feel like you can help them own their personal power too. Especially also when they go through disillusionments, when they go through things that don't work out. It's like you really bring in this other perspective to them about like, dig a little deeper. Why do you think that happened? What are we doing, or how are we contributing to the situation? Right? It's like you help them see a different side of the situation, which is really, really nice. Yeah, there's something about their career. I feel like they picked you because they feel like they can achieve so much success in their career. Again, because of this lesson that they're going to master with you. It's like in some way they look for you. They look at you for a sense of purpose. Okay, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Because again, I'm getting your child is meant to build an empire. And whatever field that is, yes, it's like you remind them, like, that's the lesson that I feel like, because the emperor, he's a leader, right? And he's in charge of an empire. He's in charge of so many people. And the emperor is meant to lead. And I feel like because they have this ingrained in them at a soul level, it's like when things come up, they have a hard time trusting in the universe. And I feel like that's the lesson that they're meant to master. That when things go a little south, or when things come up, as I like to call them, little hiccups come up, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. It just means that you're learning something. It just means that, you know what, maybe it's not divine timing. That maybe we need to slow down. We have Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Fear of intimate union. For some of you, your child is afraid of opening up emotionally. For others, because I feel like also you might have really good status in the world with the emperor. Okay, you might be someone who maybe has a leadership position, but yet you're still very pure and very very kind and very loving. And that's something that you're teaching your child as well. And I feel like you're going to continue that because, again, I feel like your child is going to reach some type of status here in the world with the Emperor. Some type of position of power. And I feel like you're going to teach your child, like, let's humble it a little bit. Okay? We gotta be humble here. Remember where you came from. A saboteur, but also they are counting on you to help them highlight where do they self-sabotage. And it can be an ego thing. It can be a prideful thing. It can be a thing of like, that's why I'm getting teenager, that I know more than you type of thing. But it's like, where are they also afraid of expressing their self-power, like their personal power? Where they're afraid of being the emperor and the leader in their life? Where are they giving their power away to make the changes that they want in their life? How are they self-sabotaging? That's something that they came here to master. And I feel like you're going to mirror that back to them. You're going to mirror back where their self-destruction is. Their self-destructive behaviors. But also, again, keeping that energy of being humble, right? To not undermine others. To know that we can all learn from everybody. We have Yamaya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Also helping, again, you know, maybe your child is very afraid. Maybe they do overthink things. And they're like, no, I can't walk through that door. I don't have the skills. I still need to learn. I still need to this and that. This is self-sabotaging in some way. And I feel like you're meant to help them, teach them, and be like, hey, walk through those doors. If you fail, that's okay. You know, at least you tried. You can keep moving forward. I feel like you have this like teacher energy, right? That keeps coming up. Yes, you're here to help your child. Like, even though, like, I stuttered with my words, that even though you kind of trip a little bit, that's okay. To look forward, to know that it's okay, that we're always on the right path, that all paths lead home, that we can always course correct. You're here to help your child with their craft. That is clearly here. Maybe put a business in some way. Okay, be their own business, be their own boss. Or like I said, be in a position of power. To pay attention to details, like we said with the Eight of Pentacles. To not get caught up in the details. Maybe your child is an Aries or a Virgo. Or an Earth sign. A strong Virgo with the Virgin here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Maybe your child is meant to be a teacher too. But I feel like you're meant to also, they picked you because they feel like you can help them kind of like establish a good routine for their success in the future. Because your child is going to be very, very successful. And also I feel like they picked you because they feel like you can also, I don't know, there's something about your diet, the diet. I don't know, you pay special attention to their diet, something like that. Yeah, there's something here that they're meant to heal. Like I said, with that breaking contract. They feel like you're the perfect person to help them grow, to help them release, to help them on their own personal journey, personal power, to help them let go of the self-doubt, of the shame, but also to tap into their superpower and not feel guilty for stepping into their superpower. But at the same time, remain soft and gentle and pure. Yes, you're teaching them what it's like to really be in a family. That is big. And again, see, being the leader of the pack. Maybe you've always felt like your child was the leader of your family. And let's see, at a soul level, these are the last cards. Why did they pick them as a parent? Yeah. That when things get difficult, that they need to keep pushing, that they need to keep persevering, that this is what is preparing them for great things in life. Especially when they face disillusionment, especially when they face these hard lessons in life. One more card and we're going to close it off. We have Old Soul, a search for balance and completion. Yes, they're here to master something, to complete something, to bring spiritual awareness to something here, teaching. For some of you, your child is meant to be a teacher, but you're also teaching. They feel like you are the perfect teacher. They feel like you're very wise, you're very spiritual, but at the same time, you're detached too. But they feel like you're a perfect balance to them, for them to learn what they need to learn. For some of you, you might be my healers, my parents that are healers that you channel for the collective. I don't know why I'm picking that up. Yeah, you might do something for the community. Yeah, that's for a select group here. But that is what I have for you guys. I hope that this was inspiring. I hope that it motivated you in some way. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.